And there's the button. We're live.
Oh.
We're even live on the right channel.
Possibly in stereo, possibly not. But yeah, you have the unfortunateness of seeing us now. Hey, guys. Chuck, do you want to announce anything before we kick it off?
No, go for it.
Oh, okay. Well, tonight we are starting a new campaign. We're doing DCC Lankhmar, and we're going to do a bit of character creation for you folks out there to show what the differences is in Lankhmar and standard DCC. And we're going to do what's called the meet, the way that all the characters get together in Lankhmar. Since we don't do a 0-level funnel, it's a way just to kind of kick off why you guys are a group and that sort of thing. So I'm Bert. I am the primary GM for the twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder and the podcast at Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. I will be the GM and arbitrator tonight. Why don't the rest of you go ahead and introduce yourselves? Chuck.
Hey, I'm Chuck, Defenders of Kobold. And I've got the start of a character playing Courage the Warrior. And yeah, we'll see what else we get from all the extra Lankhmar bits.
Dan
with the Defenders of Kobold, playing Dan as Steve, hopefully the least memorable rogue thief character that's ever existed. Bland face, bland name, bland existence. Maybe no one will remember him.
What a way to be heroic. Eddie.
Yes.
I'm Eddie. I am playing Raul Pubins, who will be the most annoying thief/assassin ever known. I'm out for a big adventure, I hope.
Wow. Well, I guess you guys balance yourselves. Jake.
Well, I'm Jake with the Defenders of Kobold, and I'll be playing a warrior named Kenneth Lee. Unfortunately, he's not exactly too beefy. He's not exactly good at really fighting or adventuring or anything. It's just that he's not exactly he has a severe appearance deficit. So his nickname is Ugg Lee, and he has taken to adventuring.
Wow. Okay. Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe with the Defenders of Kobold, and I'm going to be playing Yarlin, the White Mage, who hopefully will be good at spellcasting. He's got +2 intelligence.
Hey, that's something. That is
Fighting
something.
chance.
Jeremy.
Hello, I'm Jeremy. I'm a proudly adopted kobold, and I'm going to be playing Montgomery Moorcock. I call myself the Muffin Man. I'm a proud baker turned warrior.
Yeah, I guess after beating Doe into submission for so long, you thought you'd take it out on living opponents.
Of course.
Can't beat it. All right, so the players have already rolled up their stats, kind of chosen their classes. In Lankhmar, there are only 3 classes, that of wizard, that of warrior, and that of a thief. There are no clerics, there are no halflings, there are no elves, there are no dwarves. Well, check that. They exist, but they are decidedly in the monster category and not player character category. Okay. The next thing we do is find out what the nationality, which comes along with 2 things, a benison and a doom. Now, I believe everyone's rolled those, but we're going to go over and find out per character what their things do. So, Chuck, we'll start with you. Where are you from? Where's your character from?
I'm from Lankhmar. So yeah, parents were probably immigrants. I'd imagine came down from the cold wastes. And my boon is Major Ally.
Okay, so Major Ally. You have a friend with extremely useful talents. This ally might be a trained warrior, a freelance thief, an apprentice wizard, a member of the city watch, or similar individuals. The ally will occasionally agree to accompany you on adventures, acting as a follower for a short time. They're always first level in their chosen profession when first acquired, but may advance over time at my discretion. If a major ally dies while adventuring, this benison is lost for good. And do not choose that right now. We'll choose that once we get in past the meat part of this adventure. And what is your doom?
I owe a minor favor.
Okay, you owe a minor favor. Well, owing a minor favor. Why is it? There it is. You were once helped out of an uncomfortable predicament by someone, and now you owe that benefactor a debt of gratitude. The favor is a small one, such as having been lent money during a time of poverty, been given assistance to escape from a social predicament, or other small matter. He will one day call in that owed favor and ask you for help. That is what that is.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Okay. So that is Kurg from Lankhmar, and we have his benison in Doom. Dan, what is Steve's benison?
Forest fighter.
Forest fighter. That is an interesting one. Where is he from? Where does he hail from? Let's start with that.
If what I rolled from is right, the frozen wastes.
Frozen wastes, right. Okay. You learn the arts of combat in a dense woodland and how to use the terrain to your advantage. You gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls and AC when fighting in a forested environment.
Huh.
Kind of useful.
Nice.
And what is your doom?
Bad reputation in certain circles.
Okay. You've done something or been accused of doing something distasteful to members of a certain social group or profession. We're going to leave that one. Don't choose that now. We'll leave that for once your characters are in Lankhmar. Okay. All right. So moving on, Eddie, where does your character hail from?
I hail from the wastelands, the northern wastelands, I believe.
Oh, someone else from the north. And what is your
the cold
benison?
waste?
Okay.
My benison was, sorry, I got to bring it back up here. Agent of a supernatural entity.
Okay. So with this, you serve an entity of your choosing. I've got final say in that. But we've kind of already come up with one, which we won't say on stream just yet. What this gives you is a D10 patron dice where you may call upon your patron at times. Okay. And what is your doom?
My doom is prone to seasickness, unfortunately.
Right. That was pretty self-explanatory, but mechanically it's a -2 penalty to all attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and spell checks until you reach dry land. You are often the brunt of insult and mockery amongst your tribe.
Yeah, I'm not much of a sailor.
Yeah, from a culture of sailors. No wonder you're not there anymore. Jake, where does your character hail from?
My character also hails from Lankhmar.
Okay. So Lankhmar just means that your character is cosmopolitan. You're probably mixed heritage, but you grew up in a very urban environment. So what is your benison?
My benison is that I'm skilled in the criminal arts.
Oh, wow. So you choose 3 thief skills. What is your character's class?
He is a warrior.
That is awesome because you get thief skills on top of being a warrior. So you can either sneak silently, hide in shadows, pick pockets, climb sheer surfaces, pick locks, find traps, disable traps, forge documents, disguise self, read language, and handle poison.
Did you get backstab too?
Backstab is not one of the abilities that's on the list.
That's funny.
Curses.
And what happens is you get a +1 permanent benefit on those 3 chosen skills.
Oh, nice. Well then.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have
And they
some,
also they
decisions to
count
make
as
there.
trained, and so there you go. So you had you weren't always a warrior.
No.
Picked up a few things. And what is your doom?
Well, my doom is that I owe someone a major favor.
Ah, okay. Well, that kind of makes sense. Maybe it has to do with your criminal past. So same thing. Someone or an organization helps you out of a very large problem, and they will come seeking a bit of balance and restitution to that in the future. Okay. Joe, where does your character hail from?
My character hails from the Eastern Lands.
Okay. And what is your benison?
I'm a healer.
That's a good one to have. Since there are no clerics, You've been trained in the healing arts, allowing you to tend wounds, draw poison, treat disease. Anyone you treat while recuperating gains the benefit of his training, herbal lore, deft hands, etc., resulting in increased restored health. Your intelligence modifier or class level, whichever is greater, is added to the number of hit points the treated individual gains when recuperating. That's pretty nice.
Nice.
Also, if you're attending to a poison creature immediately after they've been poisoned within 3 rounds, it allows them to have a second saving throw to reduce or negate the effects of the poison. Lastly, if something is suffering from disease, they recover faster with your administration. A non-magical disease can make a new saving throw each day they are treated by you. On a successful save, the disease goes into remission, and you're restored to full health within 1d3 days. So very useful talent to have. What is your
All
boon or your doom?
Poverty stricken.
It won't matter in today's, honestly, but just keep it into your past. You would have started with 50% less gold.
Oh,
Well, that's not a terrible one to have.
Yeah. It also means you kind of grew up that way. So, you've been hungry most of your life until you set forth on your own.
makes sense.
Jeremy, where does your character hail from?
I'm from the land of the 8 cities.
Okay. And what is your benison?
I am a former gladiator.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, former gladiator. You were a gladiator in the Mad Duke's arena, learning special skills in the process. Roll a d4 for me.
Okay. Switch back over to that area. Well, let me see if it'll actually let me do it. It's being a little weird. I can't click on the icon to roll dice for some reason.
That is a module that I probably did not add to this tabletop. Just do a /roll 1d4.
I will. Okay.
What's that module called, Chuck? Do you remember? Easy Dice, maybe?
Yeah. Dice tray, if you want it underneath. And then there's also easy dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So +1 to attack rolls with a single weapon type. So choose a weapon type: dagger, hand axe, sword, etc.
Okay. Cool
Doesn't have
deal.
to be a melee weapon either.
Okay, +1 attack with weapon of choice. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And there we go. And what is your doom?
I'm an outcast.
Outcast. Okay. Outcasts. You dwelled outside your starting culture. You may have been expelled, enslaved, outlawed, or otherwise just not accepted. You will never receive aid from your culture at large. Depending on the circumstances of your ousting, you may even be met with violence when encountered by your own people. And where were you from again?
I'm from the land of the 8 cities.
Okay, so that's kind of like Central Europe. So Lankhmar and the world of Newen is essentially it's the world, our world. It just they've put a fantasy veneer on it. So that's where we go. Okay, guys. So we have the makings of our characters here. There will be a few more things that we will address as we go. Big one is, since there are no clerics, healing is different. So as we get damaged, we will tap into those rules. So why don't we just get started? Let's just get into this. If you guys can go ahead and click on the Cabin in the Woods map. Hopefully you guys can see that there.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're going to open this adventure. Actually have the month and day and all of that has weird names in Lankhmar. So we're starting in the year of the behemoth, the month of the panther, and the day of the cat.
Wow.
Ooh.
Hence.
At least that's the last thing you remember. All of you are coming awake, very fuddly headed, very just drugged, kind of drowsy. And you find that you are in a wooden cabin with no amenities, no beds, no tables. There's a fireplace that is bereft of logs, nothing but ash on the floor, no pokers. The windows have been closed and barred from the outside. There's a single door. So this cabin that's on the screen is actually not a great representation, but it is the map I had. Along with all the players, there are 3 more characters in this room. All of you are dressed similarly in bleached white bottoms and tops. You have simple sandals on your feet. None of you have any idea of where you are, but all of you have the last memory of having a rousing night, a ruckus, carousing, a great deal of wine being drank. That was your last memory. Some of you,
This again.
some of you have a small memory of being on a ship, of the moving and tossing of the ship on the waves, but that's fleeting at best. So all of you come awake in this cabin. You don't know each other. You don't know any of the 3 extra characters that are in there with you who are in similar situations are coming up. They all seem to be very wary of one another and all of you. So the one door is the door, the front of the cabin here. I can't seem to ping.
You gotta turn that module on too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The little white
I've got to
panel.
learn more about this. Okay, good enough. So yeah, right there. That's the one door. There is no second room, so this is just a one-room cabin. And again, no furniture, no items. There is a fireplace with ash on the floor, but no pokers, no iron holder or rack for the wood. It's been stripped bare.
Okay, so it's an otherwise empty room.
Yes. Barren room. The windows have been boarded up from the outside. Just see a single door. There is enough gaps in the wood to the windows that you can see sunlight streaming through, so you at least know it's daytime.
So,
And again, none of you know each other.
I just want to throw it out here. This isn't the first time I've accidentally joined a cult. I mean, is this one of them like drum circle kind of ordeals, or like I gotta worry about, sacrifices and stuff like that?
I think this is my first time joining a cult.
Oh, well, stick close. I'll guide you through it.
I was really hoping it was just a bit of scream therapy.
If I knew what that was.
Joe, being the wizard in the group, I need you to do one more thing for me. How many spells do you have?
I don't have any selected yet, so
Okay,
I need to do that.
we'll get back to you then. Go ahead and select them.
Okay.
And we'll get back to you when you decide you want to try and cast something.
Okay.
Well,
All right. The cabin's pretty warm. There's not been a log in the fire, so wherever you are, the climate is
Decent.
mild. Yeah. The clothing that you have is very simplistic. And again, sandals for shoes, no pockets, just white top, white bottom.
What about the rest of y'all? Are you in the cult too? Do you know what kind of cult this is?
Not a clue. But I'll tell you what, I hate to be confused on an empty stomach. I'm going
Are
to
we
see if
like,
there's a cupboard around here.
Are you supposed to be dressed up as like ghosts or something? Is that the deal?
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Are there any other cabinets or chests or anything around here?
There's nothing. It's just 4 walls and a fireplace.
I guess
There's
I'll
no-
maybe peer out some cracks in the windows and
Okay.
see if I can.
You see a
snag-
forest. You see a forest around you. Sunlight streaming in. It looks like it might be early dawn. And the shadows that are being cast.
Go over to the fireplace, and I'm going to stick my head into the fireplace and look up through the chimney.
Maybe a luck check.
All right. I'm not sure if that's the right way of doing it, but nope. Well, okay. It's still under my luck.
It's under your luck. So it looks like the top of the chimney has been cemented or bricked over, but you also find something kind of jammed up in the flue.
I will stick my right now clean hand into the muck and grab at it.
Yeah, you get a bit dusty. Years worth of soot and creosote come out in plumes of black dust, and you find in your hand an iron poker.
Here we go. And that's my inventory.
Yes.
Was this when the sacrificing starts? We got a weapon.
It's a D6 weapon there, Jake.
I do not
excellent.
volunteer as tribute.
Why don't we? I mean, like, this place looks boring. Just gonna open the door and see where we're at. I'll go and open the door, or at least attempt to.
The door's unlocked.
All right.
You open the door, and again, you see the sun just clearing the horizon. So it seems to be early morning. You're in a forested area.
Step outside.
The moment you step outside, in the distance, you hear hunting horns.
Well, I think I understand what's going on.
All right, then.
I do have one of my spells selected. I want to try casting cantrip.
Wait, nope. Select all 4 of your spells first, please.
Oh, okay. Sure.
All right. So are there barrels in this room like what it looks like on
No,
the picture?
again,
No?
there's
Okay.
nothing. It's been
Understood.
stripped down. Like you can see, like there's holes in the timbers
Mhm.
where there used to be cabinets. There used to be things here. It's all been stripped bare. So there's nothing but the walls and the fireplace.
All right, then. Well, it seems like we may as well be on the move.
Yeah.
While you guys are
probably-
discussing, the 3 that are not player characters, basically once they see the doors open, they make a dash for it. They run outside.
I do want to do a real quick like tap around on the floor to see if there's any like cavities or something.
Make a luck check.
All right, let's see. It's okay.
Does that make it or fail?
Yes.
Makes it. You do find a loose floorboard.
Okay.
Inside is a wrapped bundle. Also, guys, you're hungry and thirsty. You can't remember when the last time you ate or drank was. Probably that night reveling, but you have no idea how long ago that was. Steve, you find this loose floorboard. You open it up, and there is a parcel wrapped in some very rough homespun cloth.
Okay. I'll pull that out and kind of place the board back down in case there's some, value for whoever shows up here next.
Sure.
Well, hell, if there's a loose floorboard, I'd love to help yank that out and use it to swing around.
Oh, you could do that too.
Sure. You grab a floorboard, call it a club.
Perfect.
What's
Okay.
I get one of those.
I have my 4 spells.
You've got your 4 spells. I want you to make a luck check starting at the first spell, going down for each of the 4.
Oh no. Okay.
what's in the parcel while he's doing that?
Well, one, it is a rough bag that you can use, but inside it is a loaf of fresh bread, a loaf of cheese. Your mouth starts watering when you smell that, and a dagger.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh.
I'll take a dagger and I'll, split out the food a little bit.
It's a small wheel of cheese. Certainly, if you want to break it up and pass it around.
I like you better already. You think them other three that ran away might have known a little something that we don't?
I don't know. Either that or they're probably going to be the first to die.
So how did Jarlin do? Did you fail any of those rolls?
I failed one of them.
Which number on the slot?
3. That would be the one for Magic Shield.
Okay, so slot 3, apparently you had cast and it had failed and it is out of your memory. So you do not have access to it. You do not have a spell book to relearn it.
Okay.
So your other 3 spells are fine.
Should I just mark it as lost or?
Yeah, just lost for right now until you can get a spell book back or your spell book back.
Okay. Cool.
Right.
Okay, so
I think it's time for us to boogie.
Well, it's good. While this is going on, since you guys took a few moments to do that, the three that ran outside, you hear scream as this first one takes a javelin right through the neck. The javelin was pitched and arced high and just kind of came down at an angle, went right through his neck. And you see him die horribly on the ground. But there's now a javelin sticking out of him in the ground.
I'm charging for it.
Javelin.
The other two, seeing this, try to take cover behind under trees and by some rocks.
Well, now.
Now you hear the baying of hounds.
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
I run for that javelin.
That's lovely.
Okay.
How strongly is it? Oh, sorry.
Well, was anyone else running for the javelin, or was it just Chuck's character?
I'm smearing soot from the fireplace all over myself.
You're going to
make
predator.
myself as dark as
Yeah.
possible. Oh, yeah.
I was in the midst
There
of
we go.
debating if I could pull that door off the hinges to give myself some cover.
So, Kirk, you have a javelin. Put that in
Nice.
your inventory.
All right.
Let's see. What is your character's name? Let's see. Oh, Montgomery. Okay, Montgomery. So you want to pull the door off, or try to pull the door off and use it like a shield? Is that
Try
kinda-
to.
What's your strength? You have a bonus?
Yes, I got a plus. I got 15. Just shy
Okay,
of a plus
not a
2.
problem. You rip that door off, and you have to figure out a way to strap it to your arm, but you have a door that you can kind of use as a large shield.
Excellent. Nothing else. It's awkward cover.
Okay. So, Jarlin, you were wanting to cast a spell earlier, so you've got 3 available to you. What did you want to cast?
I wanted to cast cantrip just to make sure it goes off.
Mhm.
So
So, what are you trying to
roll
do with
that.
the cantrip spell?
because I think that one's just like you make kind of like illusionary effects and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
So, what are you doing with it?
I just wanted to cast and try and make like a simple shape and fold it in on itself and see like if I'm able to
Sure, just to see if you can
maintain
cast. Right.
control of it.
Go
yeah.
ahead.
All right. 20.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah. And then for that spell, it says caster creates a simple visual effect at a distance of up to 20 feet per caster level. Flash of light, dancing lights.
Mhm. It works. So,
Or I
what
could
is
go
it that
up
you
to
create?
D3. So since I rolled high enough that I'm able to have it do a few things, it's just like a small little box, and then it opens up and some fireworks shoot out and has some auditory
All right.
sounds with it.
Looks like you have a performer in your midst here. As, illusions are being crafted behind you. Eddie, what is your character doing?
He's considering how he can get his hands on something useful because right now I got nothing.
Mhm.
So I see that there's some bushes outside. I hope
Yeah.
outside the cabin.
Mhm.
If I can, I would just kind of sneak along the outside wall, just outside the door, and just
Right.
run as quick as I can. Grab a couple of leafy branches off the bushes and run back into the cabin.
Okay, you do so. What do you want to do?
I'm
with your
literally
bushes?
just going to use those for camouflage.
Oh,
Yep.
hold them in front of you. I am ninja.
I look
I
at
wanna
everybody else there and go, look, I'm a bush.
I want to see about like busting out this back window, maybe.
Okay, it's boarded up from the outside. There's no glass pane in it. So if you want to try and break out that piece of wood from the inside, go ahead and make me go ahead and make me a strength test
Okay.
there.
And if it helps, I do have a dagger now. So
Up to you if you want to risk the dagger on this.
okay, that's fair.
Okay. You are able to break out a plank. You just kind of push it out. Seems like the nails that were holding it down were rusty and old. So this was not newly boarded up like this. Jake, what's your character doing?
Now that I'm all covered in soot, I think, God, there's not really a good, place to hide, really.
That's why I'm trying to get out the back.
You know what?
maybe we
Yeah,
can
that
spread
sounds
out.
like a great idea. I'll try to help with the back. I'll try to use the fire poker as like a makeshift crowbar to start jabbing it into some window frame/board.
Yeah, not a
just-
problem. If you do
Right,
that
so-
with the poker, it makes an excellent club. It's made of really good, sturdy, stout iron.
Yeah.
You are able to break out one of the rear windows. Is that what you're going for?
Yep.
Okay. All right, you do so.
All right.
What is Kurg doing? You've ran to the spear. You've got it. You don't see the enemies. You kind of saw the arc of the spear. So it came from to the south, and on the south is it's low rolling hills. So it seems like someone just kind of chucked it with a really big arc and had an incredible aim.
I'll run
They've
back to
done
the
this before.
cabin.
Mhm.
They're south of us, so we all want to not die. Why don't we stop dicking around with a window and let's just start running north?
Fair enough. In fact, I feel like being clothed is overrated right now. I'm going to take off my robe and use it to try and fashion this door to my arm as a shield.
Hey, that works. You have a shield, large shield.
I'm ready to go. You all ready to go?
All right.
Yes.
I mean, we got the back window open. I was just trying to go out at where we won't have shit thrown at us.
Is this cave entrance visible to us if we walk outside?
Has your character left the building yet to see what the outside looks like?
No, I wanted to step out. just
Okay, if you want to
briefly.
step out now and take a look around, yes, the caves, everything else on the landscape is correct. The cabin just isn't.
Okay.
Because I'll kind of come out and see how readily I can, what I see first. And then,
Again, so you see this wilderness area around you. You've got dead in the ground. Here's one of the other people that was in the building with you. The other two are kind of hunched down underneath a tree, underneath a rock. You were hearing the baying of hounds, and now you see them. There's two very large looking hounds running up from the south, and they look like they're going to run down this poor fool that's behind the boulders over here. So at this point, let's go ahead and let's have everybody do initiative.
yeah, it's definitely northbound, it sounds like, as we move into the next trap, because it seems like they've got this pretty well planned out.
Telling me I have no token selected, but that's a lie.
Oh, I did not roll the right thing.
It's weird.
I don't have my tracker set up.
Oh, well. It'd be 16 for me instead of 15. But
Weird. It's also telling me I don't have a token selected, but that is incorrect. It's weird.
Huh.
If
Oh, it's not in the combat tracker, it says. Okay.
if you right click on the tokens and you can select them all and right click, you just click the little sword and shield symbol and it'll add them all to the initiative tracker and we can just roll off that.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Boom.
There we go.
Good.
I'm not well versed in the use of this.
That's
Can
all
you
right.
edit the numbers once they're in there?
You can edit them. You can right
I
click
could edit them. Okay.
and you can go to update combatant and you can change their initiative score there. I just rolled new.
I just rolled again.
Okay.
Apparently, we can also add ourselves to the combat
Yeah.
tracker by just hitting that
Mhm.
toggle on our characters.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, it looks like Montgomery is going to be going first. Is that 13? Is that what I'm seeing on there?
It looks like
The
it.
top of the chart.
Missing Eddie and someone else.
I see Eddie in there, but I don't see a roll for Eddie yet. There we go. Actually, Eddie is at the top of the combat round. Eddie, so
I rolled a 15, but I don't see myself in there.
Right click on your token
Okay.
and then click the little sword and shield.
Sword and shield.
there he is. Okay.
Hooray.
Yeah, if you want to keep your score, I'll go ahead and change it in here.
I'll just re-roll it. There,
all right.
that works.
All right, Eddie, your character's up. You hear the baying of hounds. You're inside the building, though, and you took out these back windows to open up, so you don't see you don't see through the front. So you don't see the hounds. You don't see the particular danger, but you do hear them coming up fast. What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to jump out the window and hide in these bushes for a second.
All right, go ahead and move your character out there then. Is your character a thief?
It is.
All right. You want to roll a hiding skill there?
Yes. So let's see. What is that? What are the bonuses on that based on?
It should be set if you put it in the character sheet.
I don't know.
Is
if
he
mine
hiding
ever
in
got
shadows
set up
or?
as the right
Yeah, it would be
character
hiding in
sheet?
shadows.
You get a +3.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't have any kind of options for that in my character sheet. So
Oh, because you've got a basic sheet. You don't have a. And if I change it now, it's going to drop all your stuff that's in there. So we'll fix that for next time.
sure. I'm gonna copy out everything under the notes just in case
Yeah.
for later. There we go. Okay. So it's just a +3.
Mhm.
19.
Nice.
Okay. Good roll. Next in the initiative then is Jeremy's character, Montgomery.
Well, then. I can't see the hound thingies kind of.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're outside there, so you see them coming up fast. And also, they're not typical hounds. You can see like lava dripping from their jaws. You can see fire kind of pulsing behind their eyes and in their mouth and in their nose.
Well, dear gods, you're ugly, but I'll be damned if you're going to be taking me from behind.
Your mama's ugly.
So I'll come on down and I'll be a mixture of brave or stupid. You can call it either or.
Sure.
You know,
So
come on
you
down.
they're both charging for this poor slob behind the rock here, and you
Okay.
just kind of intercept one on a tangent. Go ahead and make your attack there.
I'll give it a go. And since they're kind of in the midst of running, I feel like that's a good time as I kind of come forward. I'm going to try and do like a sweeping for my deed. I'm going to try and be sweeping the leg to see if I can make them trip because they're running
Sure.
in one direction. I'm catching the leg, hoping to make them fall down. For that floorboard, do you want me to make it a D3 club or a D6 club?
Floorboard's gonna be a D3.
Sounds fair. It's, it's a floorboard.
Yeah, and it's unwieldy, like it's not tapered
Yeah.
right for your hand.
Okay.
All right, so an 11 is actually going to miss.
Wow.
You want to spend any luck to make that a hit?
It's going after another guy.
Yeah. So like you intercepted it though. So, but it was heading for another guy. So if you miss, it's just going to keep plowing towards him.
Yep, that's okay.
All right. Poor slob's on his own. I get it. Oh, by the way, everybody starts with 1 point of fleeting luck. So your luck's treated as being one better, but do keep the fleeting luck separate. We'll have to figure out a better way to do that on the sheets.
I usually just put it in my language slot.
Yeah, there's that. We got to figure out languages later too, but it won't be important tonight. Next up is the hellhounds, which they were coming right here. And I'm going to say, Jeremy, since you didn't actually hit it, it's just going to ignore you and go right to it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no.
How terrible. Okay.
Okay. And they tear apart this poor fool.
Yeah,
Just organs and just blood just blankets that rock. They make very short work of him. So Chuck, your character's up next. What's Kirk gonna do?
Run north.
You're gonna run north. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can move. Everybody's got basic move unless you've got something different. So about 30 is. So just move your character in the direction you want to go.
Can I use my action as a move as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna move another 30.
Okay.
Just running away.
Steve's up next. Steve's inside the. Oh, did you go out the window too?
Yeah, I did that
All right.
earlier.
Okay, that's fine. So you're back there. What do you want to do, Steve? You don't see the hellhounds, so you have no idea what's going on. You just hear the awful sound of first barking and then wet meat slapping sounds.
Yep. My plan is to go away from that. So I was going to move kind of up to these trees here.
Yeah, go ahead and move yourself. You're double moving. You can go 60 and
Yep.
just stop
And
at
I
60.
already measured it out here. I might
Yep.
actually be short or right
That's
on
fine.
it. So
Jake, your character's next.
yeah, I just wanted to
Kenneth?
stop in the trees,
Mhm.
for some cover.
Kenneth is in the. So you're going to jump out that window too.
Yep.
And then you want to stay there, or do you want to continue your movement out?
I'll see the very strange man pretending to be a bush.
Yeah.
And I'll realize
literally holding
if
two
he's
twigs out
here,
in front
he's
of
a
him.
target and I'm not, then I will immediately sprint north.
Okay. So you only be able to do one move because it took one of your moves to get out through the window. Okay. So
Right.
you're interacting with the threshold. So that's an action. So you can move 30 there. And Joe, your character's last. What is Jarlin doing?
I'm probably going to yell out to Jeremy's character and say to follow us as we're running.
Run away. Run away.
Yeah.
All right. So
I can't fight that.
you were still in the building. So are you going to go
I
out a
was
window
right
or something?
outside.
You were right outside. Okay.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead
was
and
right
move
outside the
then.
front.
You can double move.
Yeah.
That's fine.
A
Okay.
brave and expeditious retreat then.
Yes.
So bravely run away.
You said double move, so that'd be 60.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Next round, go ahead and roll your initiatives there.
Wah, wah.
Okay, it looks like everybody's rolled. So the top of the initiative is the hellhounds. So the first thing that's going to happen is one is going to tear over here and attack this poor guy that's hiding behind the bushes. It's actually going to miss. Yeah, actually misses. The other one, however, let's see here. It has a very fast move. So it moves 80 in a full out
my
run.
Lord.
So who is he going to track down? Actually, 80. He can reach you guys. Of course, he can't act this round, but he's going to be right up in your face there.
My God.
If I can move him now.
Yep. I kind of feel happy I went down now.
Yep. And it's mostly, it seems to be the motion. The motion is what
Yeah.
cued him off, because there was somebody right behind him there, but wasn't moving very much. And all this fast moving just rushes after you. So that's their actions. Great. So next up is Steve. What's Steve doing?
Well, for better or worse, I think we're trying to make for these caves. So I kind of want to get up there and then scope it out to make sure it's not like trapped or something, because this feels like the obvious place to go to.
Okay, Steve, roll a D6 for me.
D6. Okay. I wouldn't use like my thief abilities or whatever.
Nope.
Or-
This is surprise. As there was someone waiting just inside there, and he's going to thrust out a javelin at you.
Damn.
Put his token on the board here. And boom. What's your AC right now?
It should be 12.
Okay, because you've got a bonus, right? You have no
Yep.
armor. So it's going to miss. But there is a man who was waiting for someone to come into the cave.
Well, he's outed himself at least.
At least. All right. Next in the initiative is Jarl.
All right. Yeah. Well, I don't like that direction, and I don't like this hound thing.
So currently only Steve knows that there's someone in there, because he did not take an action or say that he was yelling out. So he's the only one that knows that that cave is occupied. Keep that in mind.
Oh, okay.
Would I not be able to take a second part of my action? Or
Well, yeah, I suppose you could. I'll counter that. If you want to yell out, you can.
okay, that's fine. I mean, just
Mhm.
since I only moved up there. So
Yeah. What do you say?
there's some guy in here. Yeah.
Okay. Some guy
I don't know
here
who
to
he is.
give you baked goods, no doubt. Has nothing but the best of
Yes.
intentions.
It will
Have
sound
an interest
panicked,
for
of course.
bakers.
He just happens to be delivering that muffin on the end of a javelin. That's all.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all. So, Jarl, what's your character doing there?
So we don't have our starting equipment,
Jarlin.
right? Like
You
the-
do not. No, you just
Okay.
got this very plain, very white shirt, bottom, and sandals. That's it.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and try and throw it at this this hellhound and keep running.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and make a missile attack.
Okay. Just do that as a.
Okay,
think
that
that
will
hits.
miss. But you can go ahead and move your character to the 30 there.
Yep. That's fine. Yeah, I'll move up here behind him.
Okay, sounds good. So next we have Kurg. You have a wolf right on your heels. So you're not in melee yet because he had to use his total movement to get up to you. So you can still move away.
Yeah. If I run away, he's just going to chase me.
You saw how amazingly fast this thing just
Yeah.
ate up that distance between you.
So I'm going to turn around and wield my javelin like a spear.
Mm-hmm.
And just, God, I'm going to go for the eyes. I'm going to try and blind this thing.
All right. So that's your
Mighty
deed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. 21
Nice.
to hit. My deed does go off, and I deal
Nice.
11 damage.
11
Good God
damage is
Almighty.
nice. It is enough to kill this hound.
Yes!
So you put it
Nice.
down. Your javelin goes right through its eyes. You're hoping just to blind it, but you end up going right through its brain pan.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Nice.
Good work.
Then, yeah, I stab him, and I turn around and run towards the cave.
All right. Move yourself another 30 in that direction.
Some
Yeah.
guy's about to get overwhelmed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he is. All right. That's my turn.
Okay. And next in line then is Jeremy, your character,
All right, got movement of
Mr.
30.
Montgomery.
Well, I'm not going to die tired. I've seen how fast these things can run. So I'm going to come and take this darn thing from behind myself. He's kind of lunged out, and I'm just going to take the club down and try and bang him in the back of the head and bury his face into the dirt, trying to blind him, basically.
Sure.
And then we'll see if that actually happens or not. Ooh, the D doesn't go off, but it's a crit.
6 points, so 7 points of damage.
And
Okay.
then the critical hit. Well,
Okay.
he doesn't have a weapon. That's
You
okay.
kill it. You hit it so much that it's dazed and it seems to go into convulsions and just lays over. You guys do hear more braying of hounds in the distance, and you hear the hunting horns coming from multiple directions, north, east, west. South, east, and west. The only direction you don't hear it coming from is north.
Nice. And that the guy it was attacking actually got missed, correct?
He did. Yep. So he's just cowering. They're like, ah.
Get it together, man. Come with me if you want to live.
All right. He actually reaches down and he's going to try and just like remove one of these huge fangs of this thing's mouth. Just pulls it out and uses it as a dagger.
Nice work. Good idea.
All right. So we're out of, well, no, we're not out of combat because we've got the guy with the spear wielding guy up there, and he's going to go on the same. He got his action at the beginning, actually, because he was holding on to stab at the first person that came in. That was Steve. So, Eddie, what is your character doing?
He's going to make a run for it with his little tree branches as cover. He's going to kind of zigzag back and forth, stopping every 10 steps or so to hold still for a second, pretending to be a bush.
Yeah.
And he's going to make his way to these bushes all the way up here. Double
Sure.
movement.
Oddly enough, I'm going to consider this part of your thief role.
Okay.
So you actually are concealed as you run up there.
It's just a bush going, going back and forth all the way up the field.
Finally, Steve. So you are in melee with the guy at the holding
Kenneth.
the entrance. Oh, sorry, Kenneth. Did I miss Kenneth?
Yep, I already went. So
I am
Yeah,
going
so
to be
Jake, I think,
highly
is last.
surprised. I'm going to be highly surprised by Raul Pubin's amazing speed and dexterity, and I'm going to book it in the same direction in hopes of getting out in front of him.
Sure. It's amazing how he just kind of disappears across the land here and there.
Yeah.
It's an effective technique, apparently.
You hear some
Right.
odd noises, but a bush is just a bush.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we are going into another round then. Go ahead, everybody, initiate for me. I'm just going to use the hellhounds as the enemies.
No, damn.
And Joe, waiting on your initiative. There we go. Okay, so the enemies go first. The one lone man at the front of this cave actually is you can't get around him. So he's actually in a fairly good position as he's defending the front of this cave. And since Steve was there first, he's going to just jab out and try to pierce Steve with his
I'm
javelin.
too young to die.
No, you're not.
No, please, Reno.
Steve said no, you.
Wow, he fumbles.
Nice.
All right, he needs a reflex save, which he makes.
Dang.
Okay, but it does, does not hit you though. It's a really bad blow. It doesn't appear like there's anyone else back there, but the tunnel is dark, so you really can't see what else might or might not be back through there. The hunting horns go off again. You can hear the braying of hounds once again, and then more. I'm just going to reuse these tokens. More dogs break from the forest line coming in this direction. Okay. And that's going to leave Kurg.
Yeah, I move up. I'm going to skewer this guy with this javelin as a spear. I'm going to go for the knee and try and end his career as an adventurer, or at least make it that if I don't kill him, he can't chase me. So yeah, my deed will be to try and cripple a leg.
Sure.
Get that. Are you rolling? 23 to hit.
23. You got your deed off, 12 points of damage. Right, you skewer this guy. It just javelin just runs him right through. He looks surprised. The guy's wearing very nice silks, very bold colors. He's got a little bit of leather cuirass on. The javelin that he's holding is very intricate. It's got designs down the half. It's got a big broad spear up a point to it. He's got a helmet on. This looks like a man of wealth. And he looks very surprised that a commoner such as yourself would choose to end his life like this.
Yeah.
He looks up at you. He's like, it's not supposed to end like this.
Yeah, well, it's your bad day there, buddy.
Goes down to his knees and falls over.
Welcome to the cult.
I want to run into the cave, but as I'm running in, can I grab at his helmet and just try to rip it off his head?
Grab his helmet.
All right, and then I go in the cave.
You have a helmet. Toss it in your inventory.
Cool.
All right. The cave is dark. So you're not able to go in very far without any kind of light source. You're not sure how far it goes back. You can kind of feel the side of the tunnel, but what do you want to do about light? Or do you want to just rush forward and forget about it?
Just rushing forward.
Just rushing forward.
Yeah.
In which case, roll me a d6.
You got it. 2.
Take 2 points of damage as 20 feet in, you ram the back end of the cave and rebound sharply. It's not a complex. It's just like a den. You've hit the back of the cave as far as you can tell.
Okay. Yeah. Ow! Dead end!
Okay. Steve.
Well, hearing that, I may see about stripping down whatever's on this dead guy here.
Right, you want to take your action to find what he's got on him. Well, he's got this very nice spear. Other than that, if you want to take your full action, make me a luck check.
Yep. One of us might get armed a little better. That is still a pass.
Still a pass. Roll a d10.
I have 18 luck.
God dang.
Big sweet Jesus.
2.
You find 2 gold coins
Nice.
and a small pouch in his in the side. He's really not got much on him. If you want to take the time to strip off his armor, which will take a few rounds, but if you wanted to steal his armor, it's leather armor.
Yep. I figure I can start on it at least.
Sure. Roll a d4.
Oh boy.
Okay, it'll just take a round.
Perfect.
Take a round to be able to strip
maybe
it.
maybe we can do something with it here.
Eddie,
Yes.
you see more dogs coming in from the east, and you've seen how fast they move.
All right, I'm going to do my sneaky. Get up here to the cave entrance.
Okay.
And then as soon as I get there, I'm going to look around, see the dead guy, see stripping of armor and all that, and go, does anybody else have any one of those pointy sticks?
Oh, there's a spear laying there, unless Steve claimed that first.
No, I don't need it.
All right. It's
Awesome. I'll pick up,
yeah.
I'll drop one of my 2 bush branches, holding on to the other one, and pick
All
up the
right.
spear with one hand.
Sounds good. Montgomery, what are you doing? You see the dogs up this way too, through the clearing in the woods.
All right, fine. I'll look at this miserable Cretan laying on the ground. Can you fight or can you climb?
I would rather climb.
Then you climb. And I'll basically, because my 30 movement would kind of get me to the northern area of the tree anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
I'll come here and I'll kind of guard the base of the tree and I'll let him climb.
Okay, I'm going to let him move on your turn. So he's going to climb the tree. Sounds
And I'll
good.
try and find the best defensive place I can.
All right, so like just under some of the tree branches, so we can't get around you, maybe with your back to the trunk.
Exactly. So I'm not going to get flanked. Give him a
Yeah.
chance to climb up.
Jarlin.
All right. I want to walk into the cave and cast Detect Magic.
Ooh,
See if there's anything in here.
that's a nice thing to do. Roll me a D percentage, please.
Okay. 8%.
Or excuse me, no, I'm sorry. Roll me a luck check. I'm getting my
luck check.
games
Okay.
confused. Yeah, just make me a luck check.
Sure. Okay.
Fail?
16 failed.
Okay. No, there's nothing that comes up as magical. It's also pitch black. Like you can't see much more past the very couple of feet at the very beginning. Although if something were magical, you'd be able to see the glow of it, but you see nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Did that guy have a torch on him?
He did not. Nope. He was just
Okay.
kind of hiding in the shadow, waiting for someone to try to come into this little cul-de-sac.
Okay.
All right, Jake, we're up to your character. What is Mr. Kenneth Ugly doing?
Well, he's still gonna try and catch up to Raul Poobins,
Mm-hmm.
and upon seeing the fellow being stripped near the cave entrance, thinks to himself, "Great, that's great bait." Points to the guy and then makes for the cave.
Okay, so you're going to go into the cave.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So that is the end of this round. Go ahead and have everybody reinitiate there. Hellhounds go low, only on a 9 this time.
All right.
And
Dang,
Jeremy, your
rolling
character is the
terrible.
last one.
Well, we all got kind of high there.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, sorry. I was in the middle of trying to fix some audio nonsense.
Okay. Chuck, what is Kern doing there? You just rammed yourself into that back wall that's just 20 feet from the entrance. It does not go back very deep. Whether or not there's maybe a side branch, you don't know. It's just too dark to
It's
see.
too dark. I don't have torches. I'm going to kind of stand up guard by the entrance and just wait in case something hostile comes in.
All right. So I tell you what, if something does come in, I will let you basically jump initiative. You're just
Sure.
holding an action.
Yeah.
That's fine. Jake, what is Ugg doing?
I guess he'll head into the cave and then oh gosh. Now I'm starting to think I should have taken climb sheer surfaces. I'll attempt to hide in shadows using my soot covered self as
Nice.
extra camouflage.
Go ahead and roll.
Alrighty.
Okay. You always think that you do well. So
Yeah.
you're hiding. You're hiding. So we're back up to your character, Joe. What's Jarlin doing?
I want to try and use cantrip to make a light source.
Okay.
So that we can see in here.
Sure.
I want to do dancing
Roll the
lights.
spell.
So we'll see if that works. 20. Yep.
Yep, I think that gets it.
Yeah. I had to roll above a 12 to get
Sure. So
dancing lights, so
it is just a cul-de-sac. There doesn't seem to be anything further back in here, but there is in one of the back corners to the left, there are some goods that have been kind of piled up. Laying against the wall are 2 oars, so like a small boat's oars, and a spool of rope, like 50 feet of rope. Good, strong hemp rope.
okay. Yeah, I'll point those out to everyone and I'll pick up an oar.
Counts as a D6 club.
Okay. Do we hear like any water or anything?
You don't.
Okay.
So Steve,
All right.
you're up next.
Do I need to finish using this round to take the armor off? The guy,
Right.
or-
So you get the armor off, and so it's off him. So it takes the whole round to do that. So you haven't put it on yourself yet, but you've got it off him, ready to do so. So that's your action. And now the hellhounds go. So they can move at a full. They can go 80. So just short of being in there with you guys. Okay. They rush forward. You know what? I think he can get there.
Oh gosh.
Yay. Yes, he can. So but he can't attack you. He's got to use a double to get there. So he's right
Awesome.
on you, but he's not quite in melee yet.
Give him
That's
the
their
board.
action. You guys, again, you guys hear more hounds in the distance coming up strong from the south. Again, don't really hear anything from the north. So, Jeremy, your character's up. What's Mr. Montgomery doing?
Well, he came charging at me. I think I'm going to bring this crude club in an upward swing, trying to knock him down as he's lunging at me.
Mhm.
Well, let's just see how that goes.
Who's running the stream camera? We might shift it up and to the right a little bit so we're not looking at the empty house now.
AC 23 definitely hits. It's a crit. That does an enormous amount of damage. You don't have to do anything special to know that that wolf is dead or that hound is gone.
Ah!
You just smash it.
Did you see that? How was it up there in the tree?
I was closing my eyes, actually.
Don't close your eyes. Look at this.
Okay, there we go. You want any movement?
No, I'm happy right where I am.
Okay, so Eddie, what is Rawl up to? He's still outside of the cave. You see one of these hounds bearing down at the entrance. It's a fair number of people out front with Kurg like just braced with his spear.
Well, I'm gonna go into my usual thief mode and just go, you guys have got this, right? And then I'm just gonna kind of hang back and use the other branch with the javelin holding the two together and just kind of make like a bush and hide in
right.
the shadows.
Very
that's fine.
pointy bush.
I'll just go with what your initial roll is, so we'll call that good. So that is the end of initiative, I believe. Yes. So go ahead. Next round.
Oh no.
Actually, at the end of last round, Kurg, since you were braced for something to happen, nothing did. Do you want to take another action, or do you want to continue to hold?
No, if nothing came that round, and it doesn't sound like there's anything outside in the immediate area, I'll go grab those two oars and the rope.
All right. So one of the oars was already taken by.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll grab the other oar and the rope,
Okay.
and I'll head out to the entrance of the cave and be like, we need to start running. Start running
Okay.
north.
So you do that at the end of your last round or the last turn. So Eddie, you're at the top of this round. What are you going to do? You're just going to continue to hide and wait?
What is this that we're backed up against? Is it sheer enough that I couldn't climb up it?
You can try and climb it. It's a good 40 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just
it's
a
pretty tall.
reminder, as a thief, you do get a +3 to climb sheer surfaces.
It's not really sheer,
that-
but you would still get the bonus.
Is that a +3 plus whatever my agility bonus is as well? Or is
I assume
that
so.
just the
Yeah.
flat plus?
I would give it
Oh,
to you.
is.
I'll give it to you.
I will go ahead and try and climb it then. I'll stuff the javelin kind of in the back of my shirt and just kind of hold it there against my back and
Okay,
give it a try.
So here's how this is going to work. You can get roll me 2d20s for the first 20 feet as you start scaling, and go ahead and add your bonuses in.
2 D20s. Okay.
Yeah, so it's every 10 increment. So you're moving up 20 feet in this turn, this action.
Gotcha. Okay. So do I add my bonuses to both of those
Yes.
rolls?
Yes.
Okay. So roll D20 plus 3 plus 2. So there's the first.
Okay.
and there's
Stop
the
there.
second.
So the first one, you think that it's got enough handholds, and so you reach up and you grab it, and it just kind of powders under your hand, and you just slide back down. So you're kind of
It's just
stymied
loose
at that
dirt
first.
and rocks.
Yeah. But at least you didn't fall higher up.
Gotcha.
So like you just barely got a foot off the ground, and it's just because it's so sandy and there's so much shale, it just kind of breaks off in your hand. So it's a more difficult climb than it looked initially. Not that you can't, but that first one kind of just stopped it right there.
Gotcha. So I as soon as I try that and just kind of fall a foot or whatever it is, I turn around, look at everybody, and just go, "Oh no!" and go right back into hiding.
Montgomery, you're next. You see that there is one more dog over here, and you hear more coming from the south.
Well, then, all right. If you're well situated, I'm going to go sort this other bastard out.
He'll come down and follow you.
The Hellhound Slayer.
All right. Do you have the movement to get there in 30 or not quite?
I do, because I was already pretty close. So, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, make an attack then.
All right. I'll be coming up from behind him and yeah, basically I'm kind of coming up from the side, just trying to knock him down again.
Sure. 12 is exactly what you needed. You got your deed off and you did 6 points of damage, which is how many hit points it has. You kill another
Nice.
dog.
Nice.
They are much more fierce looking than apparently they are. Okay, so you did well. So bringing you up the rear, Steve, you can don that armor if you want.
I was thinking I might just hold on to that for the moment.
Okay.
Throw it in my bag or whatever. I was thinking, how reasonable would it be to try and like take the dagger and tie that rope to it and see if I can like hook it up on this tree, kind of like a improvised grappling hook, and see if that can help us climb this wall. I know that's a
Sounds
lot,
good.
so-
It'll take an action to make it, and then you can try it next round or next action to see if it'll work. And
Okay.
there are no current threats on the boards. We're gonna drop out of initiative for right now. So you can go ahead and try that. You make kind of a grapple.
Okay.
And why don't you make an agility to check, or you can hand it to someone else if you would like to try and get it to hook onto something above you.
I've got pretty good agility,
Mhm.
except right there. That didn't look so good.
All right. So that's going to miss. Like you throw it and it just doesn't hook. You think it'll work. You didn't get anything. So that takes a little bit of time. So you hear again the horns kind of seemingly closing in. You hear the hounds, but you don't see anything on the horizon yet. You want to try again?
Sure.
What's everyone else doing?
Gosh darn it. Seriously? Someone else
I
try
guess-
this.
I guess I could try.
All right. You miss it a second
Is this-
time. A little bit of time goes by. You hand it over to Rawl. Rawl, go ahead.
Is this just a flat
It's
agility?
just a flat
bonus?
agility check to try and hook something up there. What's everyone else doing? This is taking a little bit of time.
There we go.
I think I want to start scouting along the north wall and kind of go like more east.
Okay.
Because it
Go
looks
ahead
like
and
it
move
kind of
your.
rounds.
Agreed.
Go ahead and make yourself
So-
3 movements in that direction, just so I know where you're.
Yeah,
your
so I'm
token
going
is.
like this way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
right.
move that far away if no one else is following.
I'll
but
go
I'm
with
gonna
you.
try
I'll
and
be going
beckon
that
other
way as
people to
well,
follow me that way.
beckoning whoever the dude was
Mm-hmm.
to come now that we've cleared the field as
Sure,
best we
yeah.
can.
4. Okay.
Now that I know that people are continuing on, I don't want to be the only one left behind. So I'm going to come out of hiding and then try to use my fire poker as sort of like I hesitate to use like a grappling hook, but almost like just a long grappling hook that I'm holding onto to sort of help climb up the surface of this.
Yeah, it's 40 feet though, so even with that extending out, you're not going to hit the top of that to get a boost. I mean, you can use it kind of like an ice axe or a pickaxe to
Yeah,
kind of.
that's
You can
kinda
try
what
that.
I'm going for.
All right, go ahead and make me an agility check. Actually, no, this is climbing. Make me a strength check to try and climb. I'll give you a bonus of a +1 because you're using this thing to kind of make handholds for you.
That'll be a 15 then, and I'll go ahead and I'll burn that fleeting luck. Make that 16.
You don't need to. That's
okay.
enough. Okay, so that's 10 feet up. You can go another 10 feet this round if you want to.
I'll sure try to.
Okay, same thing. You still get the +1. Kind of shove
right.
your fist into a crack, and then you're able to pull that poker off and get another.
See about just modifying my strength here momentarily, or just for temporarily. There we go.
13. Okay, so you're 20 feet up. You're halfway up. Eddie, did you manage to hook it?
I
got
rolled
21.
a 21.
Okay, so you have it up there. It is holding on to, you're not sure what, but it's good and strong. You tug it several times. Do you want to try? You want to climb?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try and climb.
Okay, +3 bonus because of the rope. You had to use a little bit of your action to get that up there, but you can do 10 feet up if you want to start climbing.
Yeah, I'll
Go ahead
try.
and give me a strength check, and you can do all your normal bonuses.
And it's a strength, you said?
Generally, you can use agility since you're kind of trained in climbing things. Climbing is usually strength, but I can see it as being an agility for a thief.
Okay. So then there was a +3 for the rope, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And you have climb sheer surfaces too.
15.
Okay.
Oh,
you get
so
10
there's
feet up.
an extra 3 on that.
So you're 10 feet up. Steve, did you want to climb up after him? You want to wait for him to get up a bit ahead of you, but you got this rope. You can see that Ugg is already halfway up using that poker, and everybody else seems to be creeping along the side here to see what's going on.
Just to reduce accidents, I'll wait for him to get.
You're
up
gonna
and
wait.
then I'll follow.
All right. So up ahead here in this group that is going around the corner, Jarlin. So what you see is this, it starts to descend rapidly, and you can see on the horizon below as this kind of, it's a fairly steep descent, but it's going down to a beach. And you see ocean down there. It's very calm. So you weren't hearing anything earlier, but it seems like, there's an ocean down there. Roll me a D4.
D4. Okay. Two.
Kurg, roll me a D6.
Yeah. 2.
Okay, so the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and it makes you kind of look up and kind of flinch back just as an arcing javelin comes right down on you. So what this means, you weren't surprised, so you get your dex bonus to your armor class if you have it, but there's an attack coming down at you. Arced high from way up there.
Yeah, that would put me, I've got a, well, do we add class level as a warrior to AC?
Just in DCC rules, yes. So,
Yeah.
so it's going to miss.
Yeah.
Okay. So just before it lands on you, like just something cues you in that something's not quite right. You take a quick step to the left and poof, javelin right in front of you, misses you. Everyone turns around and sees this. And again, it's so high up, you can't see what's on top of that ridge. Oh, what do you guys want to do?
Wait, it came from up top of the ridge?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would yell back, "They're up top too," and I'm going to start running towards the beach.
Okay, you take off running towards the beach. What's everyone else doing?
Yeah, I'm following. I want to
Following?
start scanning the beach and see if like before I get to the beach, I want to see if I can see like a boat or something because we have these oars.
Sure. Yeah, you're a bit too far, but you're looking out for a boat on the surface, tied up somewhere, etc. So you're scanning for it. Are you running or are you taking your time going down? So it sounds like Kurg is just beating feet, running down as fast as he can. Okay.
Because I'm trying to look for it, because I don't want to like see it all the way at the end of the beach. I want to try and, if I see a boat, direct my running that way. So,
sure. So nothing yet. So you're taking, so you're going to put you behind Kurg a bit. Kurg's going to be a bit of in front of you there.
Sure.
Are you following Montgomery? The nameless NPC he's running after.
I'm just going to keep playing that Montgomery is pretty foolhardy. I think he would try to grab the javelin from the ground and kind of back up enough to see if he backs away from the edge enough, if he can get a line of sight to see him to try and throw it back.
Okay. Make me a luck check.
All right. It's not likely, but he's not the smartest guy in the world. Success.
Okay. You're not sure what you see. It could just been a shadow of a movement, but if you want to arc it high and throw it, you might hit something.
Oh, give it a go.
Go for it. It's a -2 to the attack, but you might hit something.
Okay. Let's see,
I expect it to be me.
I'm up, guys. I'm up.
Do the my thing keeps being weird about my mic. I'm sorry. We'll take a -2 off of this attack roll.
Sure, that's fine. 16, so 14. You hear somebody exclaim. You're not sure if you hit them or just got close to hitting them, but definitely some people up there.
Youch.
Who's the dangerous game now? It was always me.
All right, so we've got people in various on the side of the cliff. So you're already halfway up. If you want to take if you want to take a full move action to finish climbing up, or they've just yelled out to you that there's more people up top. So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna fight a son of a bitch. I'd rather it be a person than a dog. So I'm gonna keep climbing up.
Okay, make me 2 more strength checks.
All right, strength check number 1.
Good.
14.
That's good.
Right.
So you're
Strength
30
check
feet
number
up.
2. 12, and
Make
I
it.
will spend that fleeting
Nope.
luck to make it a 13.
You make it. So you get all the way to the
Okay.
top. You come over, and I'm not going to tell you what you see just yet because I want to see what Eddie's character is doing. What's Rawl doing? So you're 10 feet up. You've got 30 feet to go. You just saw feet up, and he's gone over. But you've heard one of these other people yell that there's more foes up top. So what do you do?
I'm not sure. I know there's nobody down by the cave, and I'm hearing that there's people up top. I kind of want to go the opposite direction of anybody we might run into. So I'm just gonna fireman my way down the rope like a pole.
Okay. Yeah, you can just slide all the way down. So you're down, and you've got more movement if you want to do something else once you're down.
Yeah, once I get down, I want to try and meet up with the rest of everybody else further down away.
So you're
I'm
gonna
just running the
follow that
opposite
chain.
direction. Yep.
Like that. Okay, so Steve, the guy on the rope decides, nope, slides down. So the rope's dangling. You've got this conga line of people running towards something. One of these strangers has gotten to the top. What do you do?
Well, Ug's not dead yet. So I'm actually going to try and go ahead and get up there.
Sure. So 2 tests. You can go up to 20 feet up the side. 2 strength checks.
Would I be able to? I'm a thief also. So would I be able
Yes,
to?
you get the same bonuses. Yeah.
Okay.
You use agility if you would rather.
Good
First
grief.
one, is that with
That's-
all your bonuses?
That's with all the bonuses.
Yeah. So
if I need to, I'll go ahead and use that.
1 point of luck will make that a success.
Okay.
Get 10 feet up. Now you need a second one. Okay,
wow.
you're 20 feet. You're halfway up. All right. Here's what Ugg sees when he gets to the top. There are 4 guys that were just waiting for someone to come up this way.
Ah, shit.
These 2 at the end have a bunch of javelins kind of like in the holder behind them, and it looks like they're about to start pitching down, raining javelins down on the conga line below them. The other 2 turned to face you. They were prepared, but they let you get to the top because it wouldn't be sporting otherwise. Again, these are all dressed very well, very fancy. Combination of swords on the hip. They've got javelins to throw. One of them has a bow that's been set aside. So that's what you see. So now we're going into initiative. Everybody, go ahead and roll your initiative.
Good Lord, we're rolling terrible.
Yep, the tables are turning quickly.
Okay, well, they didn't roll great. So, Kurg, you have no idea what's going on, and you're just running. So you're going to double move it down to the beach, right?
I just make it down to the beach.
You make it to the beach. You hit sand, beautiful blue ocean. There doesn't seem to be much of a current. You're looking around. You don't see a boat immediately, but you do actually see that there are like seaside caves to the left and to the right. And this is kind of like a bay and a crescent in front of you.
Start following along the beach towards the left, kind of towards
To
the
the
caves
left.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Montgomery, Jeremy's character. What is your character doing? You're in the line. Everyone's running in that direction. Some slower than others. What is your character doing?
That shape that I thought I saw earlier, is it still there?
No, it backed up when you threw the javelin. So there's no hint of it now.
Excellent. I know they expect me to run away, so I'll do the exact opposite of that. I'm going to come to the wall and just using brute force try to climb my way up.
Gonna brood it up. Okay. So you weren't we'll see if you're close enough. You can get 20 feet or 40 feet, 20 feet, two moves up with 2 strength checks.
Okay. I'll try. So strength check number 1.
It is not as the climb just is not as easy as it looks. There's just shale and dirt that comes down in your hand. So, you start to climb and then you just slide down, but you're right up against the wall. I'm going to say that.
Nothing else. Hopefully they'll make it harder for them to toss down.
Thanks for your action. Steve, you're halfway up. You want to finish your up?
My character doesn't know any better, so
You don't.
sure.
2 more strength checks. Up, no problem, and up. So, and you huff, and you get up, you pull yourself over, you roll over to the edge, thinking, "Oh, I've achieved something." And then you see the boots of these men up here, and you see Ugg also. Like, yeah. So that's your turn, and now the bandits go. So this one is going to come over here and attack Steve. This one's going to attack Ugg. So the one on you, Steve. He's going to use his scimitar.
Oh, no.
Blam! What's your armor class? That's
It
probably
is
not going
12.
to hit you. He misses. Ugh. Also pulls a scimitar. Man, I can't hit for squat. 11. Does that hit or no?
Thank God.
It does hit.
It does hit. Yay!
Yes.
3 points of damage as it cuts into you.
Owie.
And the 2 over here are going to start raining down javelins. They can't see Montgomery because he's like right up against the cliff. So the first one that they see, Kurg is actually out of range. So unfortunately, Joe, yours is the next one that they see in the line. They're going to throw down a javelin at you. Ooh! 6 points of damage as it pierces your side, continues on.
Oh, God.
And then the next one is going to be this poor guy here. Oh, geez. He's dead. It actually goes right through the top of his head. And it's like he's transfixed mid-stride as he's stuck on this javelin that goes all the way through him, penetrates the ground. It just pins him there as his head slumps over. He did not make it.
Oh.
All right, that was their turn. So, Jake, you've got somebody on you. You're in melee.
I'm gonna try to strike him in the arm with the fire poker to try to disarm him.
Okay. Are you a warrior?
Yes, I am.
Oh, cool. Okay, so that's your deed. Go for it.
Yeah, that did not go off, but I am going to hit him. Let's see if I do hit him. 15.
He has an armor class of 15, so you hit him. You do 4 points of damage.
Yeah.
Which is not enough to finish him off.
Does your deed die add to that? Or
Yes, it does.
Yep. Well, so 1 point.
Well, it automatically.
Oh, it automatically put in. Okay. So,
Yep.
All right. So he's still up. That was your action. So we are to Eddie. What is Rawl doing? So you're in the conga line, and you just saw this guy get transfixed with a javelin coming down arced from the top.
Who just got skewered?
This poor hapless person in front of you here.
The rando.
Oh,
the rando.
God. Yeah, I'm gonna run close to the cliff and try and make my way down to the beach. Just double time it and hoof
All right,
it
but you're
down.
kind of hugging the cliff. Okay, sounds good.
Yes,
that's perfect.
I'm trying to become one with the cliff.
All right, so Jarlin, you just gotten nailed by a javelin.
Yep, and I have 1 HP because of that. How does healing in this work? Do I need like a heal kit?
You can at any time during the combat or immediately after, you can spend a luck. You can only do this once per combat, but you can spend a luck, either fleeting or permanent, and roll your class's hit die for immediate healing.
Wow.
It takes your action, but you can still move. So if you want to move closer to the cliff, you can.
Because I'm a healer as my background, I get the +2.
Sure.
Does that apply to this?
No, because you actually have to be taking the specific. I think it's not rest. I forget what they call it. You can't be in the middle of combat for this to work. Let's put it that way.
Sure, that's fine. That's fine. All right.
So we'll go ahead and roll your hit dice for your class. You get that back +2.
Four to 5.
Okay.
All right.
And so what this is, when
I'm gonna keep running.
When you spend your luck to heal yourself like this once per combat, what it's doing is you're taking a moment to check the wound, and it ends up being not as bad as it seemed at first. And that's what's going on. So you're binding it down tight, and you're going on. So are you still staying where you are? Or are you moving further down? So you can still take your move
towards the beach.
So you're still where you are, moving towards the beach. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We are at the top of the initiative again. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, no. I'm rolling quite low in initiative.
Oh my God.
Okay, Eddie, you're hugging the wall. And so if you're taking a double move down, you'll get to the beach this round.
Fantastic. That's what I'm going to do is I'm going to head toward, is anybody already down to the beach?
Yes. Kurg is on the beach, and he cut a hard left. It looks like he's checking out some of the sea caves.
I'm going to just follow which direction he went.
Okay. Sounds good. The bandits go. So the one over here that's on you, Steve, is going to attack you again.
Yeah.
AC 12. Does that hit?
That meets.
Oh, that's 9 points of damage. Can you take that?
Fuck. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Are you still up?
Just barely.
All right. Over here, the one on Ugg is attacking as well. Ugg, 4 points of damage. And then let's see, this one that's in the back is going to move over and, he's going to arc a javelin.
Is it Q Wilhelm scream for Ugg?
15.
No, Ugg is still.
Joe, take
living.
1 more point of damage as a spear goes whizzing by you or javelin goes whizzing by you, just barely nicking you, but 1 point.
I'm sure glad I took that heal.
Yep.
That would kill me.
Everyone else is out of range. So these two are kind of just going down to the beach on there and there. So that's their round and gives us to Jeremy. What's Montgomery doing?
I mean, I'm going to keep trying to climb on up.
Okay.
At least I'll give it another go.
What did you make 10 feet or 20 feet last time? Oh no, you didn't make it at all. You scooted back down.
Yeah.
All right, strength checks.
All right. Not gonna do very good. Come on, strength check. Nope.
Oh, you just can't seem to get purchase on this.
All right, fine. So that's basically the initial action.
Yeah, you can move.
I'll hug the wall and skirt north.
All right, so
disappointed in myself, but so be it.
Sure. You're hugging the wall, though. That's good. Chuck Kurgan, you have reached some of these sea-clad cliffs. You can see that there is kind of like a rowboat tucked inside of the seaside cave. It's got a rope that's just attached to a boulder here. It looks like that's where those oars came from. The oar locks are empty. You see that there's a chest in the floor, a wooden chest. You don't immediately see anyone around it. What do you want to do?
This is for me.
Yes.
I hop in that boat.
Okay, hop in the boat.
I'll go and throw the chest in because I want to.
It's in the bottom of the boat.
Yeah, or I'll throw the chest open, see what's in there.
Okay. Provisions. Looks like there's bottles of wine. There's fancy foods. It smells just so good. You haven't eaten in so long. Okay. Bottles of water. There's gold goblets, silver plates. It's like a picnic for a very wealthy individual. Several very wealthy individuals.
Okay. I'll close it and I'll start yelling for people to get in the boat.
All right, Steve.
I'm gonna spend that luck.
And what are you doing?
See if I can heal myself up.
Oh, yes. Right.
How did that work again?
You roll your hit die and that's what you get back.
Okay. No modifiers or anything.
Nope. Well, you get your con bonus. Sorry.
Nothing.
Forgot to say that. If you had a con bonus, Joe, you would get that.
All right.
Okay. Well, I do not.
5 HP back is better than 1 HP.
Sure. And that does take your action as you're checking your wound and it's like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought.
Yep. And
all right. So that is you.
Try and fight that guy too.
Oh, that is your action. So you can't attack.
Oh, I cannot attack. Okay.
Cannot attack. It is your action. Unless for some reason you've got more than one action die.
No. Can I try and
you can move,
hide behind this tree or something?
Yeah, you can take a few steps back to try and get that tree giving you some kind of cover. That's fine. You can do that. Jake, there's one guy in front of you. He's actually not looking good. It looks like you pierced him pretty solid. And at first he didn't notice, but he's starting to bleed out now and he's getting a little pale.
He knows not to mess with me now. I'm going to move over to this guy.
All right. So you're going to turn your back on him? I mean, he is. It's fine. Go ahead.
Well, he wouldn't strike a man in the back. That's unsportsmanlike, but I will strike this guy in the back.
Sure.
And with it, I'm going to try to swing my poker like a bat to try to knock him off the cliff.
Oh, yeah. I like it. Yeah, go for that.
Come on. Roll D die. Ah, damn.
Doesn't go off. But go ahead and roll your 2 attack.
Oh, no.
Oh, fumble. You go to sweep him and you overextend yourself and your poker just flies over the cliff. You lose your poker.
God dang it. I too much soot on my hands.
Yeah, exactly.
And you hear a tiny Wilhelm scream as your poker goes over the cliff.
So Jarlin, if you want to take a double move, you're going to be at the beach.
Yep. I'm running to the beach, trying to hop in that boat.
Okay. Yeah, so you can go over. You can see that Kurgan's got this boat set up and you move her over to it. We're at the end of this round, so let's go ahead and reinitiate. All right. So since you turned your back on the one, he's definitely coming over to try and wail on you, Ugg. And this one over here, you tried to attack as well. So these two are going to try and take you out, Ugg.
Bring it.
All right. First one, AC 11. Does that hit or miss?
11 hits.
Okay. 4 points of damage from him.
Woof.
And the second one, fumble. Okay, let's see if he recovers. He does not recover. All right, so yeah, so he falls, like he overextends himself, he trips and he falls. This is this one right here.
The one
So it's
behind me?
prone. Yeah, I just moved him. This one right here
Okay.
is prone. This one here is still standing. This one is, he doesn't see any other targets down there, but he's going to go and follow these other three guys here that are going off the side. You're not sure what's going on. So, Dan, you get a little bit of a reprieve there. Meanwhile, back at the boat. So we've got Kurgan and we've got Jarlin in the boat. Both of you guys roll me a d6.
Oh no.
3.
Okay. All right. So what happens? You guys get your AC bonus because again, both of you feel just something is not quite right. And kind of silently out of the water, hands emerge on either side of the rowboat, grab an edge, and just shove spears into you. Or at least try to. This is the Kurgan. I think that misses.
Yeah,
AC
that's a
8.
miss. Yeah.
All right, Jarlin, you're next.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can you take
Oh.
6?
I cannot take 6.
All right. Okay, so you go down. We'll find out if you can roll the body and see what happens after.
All right. Dead.
Yeah. So that's all the bandits. Kurgan, there are 2 foes that were just hiding under the water waiting for someone to come to the boat.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of them is about to get a hole in them. I want to stand up and just take my javelin straight down on him, trying to dislodge his grip from the boat with a force like right down on his shoulders. Yeah.
Oh wow. You kill him. Like you just you just stick him like you're spear fishing.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, not a problem. So Jake, you've got 2 foes on you. One of them's tripped and is prone.
Nerd. I'm going to try to slap the guy I missed earlier. I'm going to try to slap him in the ear and again
Sure.
try to knock him off the cliff.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Go ahead and see if you
All
hit.
I'm
So
going to
you
burn.
miss, but
I'm burning,
you're gonna
I'm
burn.
burning that fleeting luck.
You're gonna burn your fleeting luck. All right. So
Yeah.
all right. So you'll hit, do 4 points of damage, which doesn't kill him, but the fall probably does.
Yay.
Let's see. Let's find out.
Feet.
That's 40 feet. So that's 4d6. 14 points of damage. You hear bone snap and break as he falls over. So there's still the
Amazing.
one that is prone, but is still up there in the fight. So that brings us to Joe's character were you below 0 or at 0?
Below 0.
Okay, so you're bleeding out. Jeremy, you're up next.
Well, clearly I'm a man of action. I want to take somebody out if I can, but if I can't really get a good line of sight on them and there is somebody else wounded, I suppose it's not wrong to take a second and keep them from dying if I can help it.
So what are you doing?
I'll try and help Jarlin there.
Okay, so you're not there. You're still up top. You haven't made it to the beach yet. If you want to take,
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started moving forward last round. So if I'm not there yet, I'll be moving that way.
sure, yeah. So you head down. You see that there's a boat. You see there's a little bit of fighting going on around it, but you're not right there yet to help.
Understood. And the bandits that were moving are still elevated, correct?
You don't see them, so you have no idea what's
Gotcha.
going on with them.
Gotcha. Basically, they're not visible.
Right.
Understood.
Eddie, you're down at the beach. There's a skirmish going on at the boat. There are other caves around here. What do you want to do?
There's still one guy trying to attack Chuck, and I just
Yes.
saw him spear Jarlin.
Yes.
So I guess I'll have a momentary lapse of judgment and get brave for a second and charge at him with this javelin. Just
Sure. Yeah, you take several steps into the water and come down on him with your javelin. Go ahead and make your attack. Oh, wow. That hits. Go ahead and do your damage.
okay.
Okay, you kill him.
Nice.
So it
I immediately
seems,
pull the javelin out, just go, you.
yeah, he's just floating in the water now. It seems like everything's fairly quiet down here. We're not out of initiative because some people are still being attacked up top. So next round.
Did I have a turn? I don't think I had a turn that round.
Oh,
You
Steve.
did not.
Oh yeah, yeah, you didn't. What do you want to do?
I was just
So-
gonna see if I could get my dagger back.
Yes. All right. Yeah. So you take the turn to get your dagger back. So at the top, you're top of the new initiative. There's one foe on the ground. He hasn't gotten a chance to stand up yet. So he's still prone.
Well, let's go finish him off then.
Okay.
Do I get any bonus
Plus
for
2.
being?
Yep.
All right.
That's just not going to hit though. Yeah. Even with the plus 2. So you start to just pound the ground with your dagger and he's just kind of moving out of the way. He opens his legs as you're going for the groin. It just misses him.
Why is Steve so bad?
Steve is horrible. Okay. So Jeremy, Montgomery, you're down there now.
Okay, so I come around. If there's none of the guys from above, he's not aware of them. So if they're not visible, he won't take them into
Not
account.
visible.
So if all that's visible is there's one of us, I'm not saying that I really know Jarlin from anybody, but he's at least not one of the people that's trying to kill me.
Mhm.
So I would prefer not to leave him for dead.
Okay. So in DCC, once you go down, there's unless you've got spells or something that can help, there's nothing you can do. Just at the end of the combat, he just rolls a luck check to see, roll the body over to see if
okay.
he survived or didn't survive.
Okay. Well, then maybe I'll kind of I've got the improvised shield in one hand and I'll be brute strengthening, using the shield as cover over him and pulling him towards the boat.
Sure.
I think he's already in the boat.
He was,
Oh,
yeah,
was
he
he? Okay,
probably
okay.
fell out of the boat when he got pierced, actually. So you keep him
Yeah.
from drowning, possibly. Throw him into
Yeah.
the boat.
Can I take a quick look to see, is there anything, there was the fancy provisions?
Mhm.
Is there anything so fancy that would be high proof and maybe flammable?
Wine bottles, but you don't typically see wine getting that flammable.
Fair enough. It was a hope.
Yeah. Eddie, your turn.
I'm going to get in the boat and Captain Morgan at the front of it going, let's go, ahoy!
Who had the 2 oars? I know Kurg had 1 oar.
I had one.
Jarlin had the other.
So then it's already in the boat. So you've got both oars.
There's still a guy there, isn't there?
No.
Nope, they're both dead.
They're both dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're both dead. So Joe's still possibly dead. So the bandits go next, which means the one prone guy gets up and he's going to try and stab Steve.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Steve,
Oh.
no. Oh, God.
Oh,
well,
So
I'm dead.
sorry, Steve.
So you might also be dead too. So yeah, he does this little kip up and he sweeps you and he just cuts deep into your thighs as you the blood runs red. The other guys at the top here are waiting on something. You don't know what they're doing. So Ugg, there's one guy left.
I'm going to go for a precision shot. Kick to the groin.
Kick to the groin. That's as precise as you can get
Take
for
him
sure.
in the Jimmy.
Oh, well.
Don't do
Kick at him at
the.
any rate.
Oh,
Ooh, there we
I mean,
go.
Still, that's
wow. Okay. Yeah. So you kick the crap out of him, curb stomp him. He's dead.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
unarmed is subdual damage, so
Yeah.
maybe
True
I
enough.
just,
So
maybe I
he's
just
unconscious.
accidentally hit him in the kidney. Who knows?
shattered his pelvis.
He
or
didn't have
something.
but a hit point left, so he goes down hard. He goes down very hard. All right, so we're going to take a moment where we're not got any immediate combat going on. So those 2 characters that died, you can make your roll the body check.
How's
Yeah.
that made?
Just
I
a luck
believe
check.
it's just a luck check.
Oh boy. Hey.
Nice.
So you're both alive.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Undeservingly.
I think let me check something real quick if you don't mind.
Assuming at 1 HP.
Well, that's what I want to check because I think when you come back from death like that, you actually one of your stats goes down as well.
Yeah,
your
I
physical
think
stats.
you pick like you roll or something, and one of your like main stats will go down.
Yeah, let's find out real quick. We're almost done with this anyway. So let's take the time to do it upright. Covering the body. Yeah, you recover to 1 hit point. You're groggy for the next hour, meaning you're -4 penalty to all rolls, and you sustain a permanent injury of some kind. Strength, agility, or stamina determined randomly. Just roll a d3, and that's now you drop 1 point. And it's permanent. Although
it is.
there is, we'll go over the healing rules afterwards because since there are no clerics in Lankhmar, they actually do make these not permanent now. They just take a long time to heal from.
Okay, so I'll just keep my
Strength.
max stamina
Yeah.
retained.
Assuming that you live through the rest of this encounter, by the time we pick up for the next adventure and you're in Lankhmar, you'll be fine. Okay. All right. So what are you guys doing? It looks like Jarlin coughs up a bit of blood, but he's got the pink hue of life back to his skin.
Yep.
Same thing with Steve, who
Oh,
rises.
wow. He's still alive.
Yeah, he looks pretty bad off. So
Yeah,
let's
I'm pretty sure blood's not the only thing I cough up. And
let's figure out
Sure
here what's
decide.
going to happen to the separate crews though. So you guys that are on the top of the cliff now, what do you do? The rest of the people that were in that cabin with you looks like they're gone. You don't know where they've gone. Where you're up here, you don't see the ocean further on. So what do your characters do?
Well, I'm going to slap Steve awake and leave like some soot on his face.
Got
I'm gonna
black
take a
handprint on
scimitar.
your- Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What else was there up here? Like there was a bow or
There was a bow and a quiver full of 20 arrows that they just had kind of stashed
Mm.
aside. There were a couple of bottles of wine while they were waiting for you guys to do what you're going to do. Each of them has a silvered dagger to their sides. It's actually quite nice and fairly valuable, you think. They both had scimitars, and there were also the javelins.
I guess we'll load up on equipment real fast.
These weren't
Oh,
wearing
yeah,
any
Rob
armor.
these dudes blind.
And
Okay.
I'll put that armor on. Not that it's probably gonna do me much good, but
Okay. So you guys in the boat, what are you doing? It doesn't seem like anyone has followed you. It's been a couple of minutes. No one else seems to be coming.
Are there any weapons in this boat?
No.
Other than the javelins, the two that were coming up out of the water dropped, no.
Ooh,
Okay,
I
so
mean,
they
that's
didn't
still
have any
better
other
than a-
weapons on them.
Just the javelins.
I'll take a javelin over a floor plank.
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah.
So Joe Schmo that I was with at the tree, did he come with as well?
Oh no, he
Uh,
got impaled
yeah,
right through
He's
the
the
head.
one- okay,
He's
yeah.
super dead.
I don't think we can roll his
Really?
body.
Okay.
I'll
No, that's fair.
I'll get
Tried to roll his
the
body, but then his neck broke.
Yeah.
His head was stuck to the ground.
I'll get the rope untied and get the oars in position.
Sure.
I'll be like, I'm waiting. If I see some more of those jerks trying to kill us, I'm going to start rowing. If I see someone like some of them others that got away, we'll try and get them loaded up.
Yeah. I'll basically
I'm
just be
gonna-
holding the door as best as possible for cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a observation test, I guess, just like try and scan, see if I see any of the other people that were trapped in the house with us.
Make me a luck check.
All right.
Don't see a thing
Really do
coming.
not.
Okay, you guys back on the mountain. You have looted the bodies. It's been quiet for a bit. You know that there was a group of at least 3 more of these hunters that had gone further down the cliffside. What do you guys want to do?
give me just a second here. I'm trying to drag all this equipment on real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to saber open one of the bottles of wine and drink from it as I'm headed down the cliff northways just to see who else's ass needs to get kicked.
Okay. What you see is at the very edge of this cliff, looking out over into the body of the water, the three men, there's two arbalasts set up, and they seem to be winching it, and they're moving it around, looking like they're trying to target something in the water.
All right. Well, it's time for us to try and be heroes. With
Let's stab these guys right in the butt.
1 or 2 HP, I think.
I'll tell you what, I will give you guys, I'll give you guys a surprise action.
Because I'm probably going to stay back and try and use that short bow.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds great.
Idea.
Yeah. Why don't you take your shot first then, because you'll shoot that off before Ugg runs in to do melee.
Okay. Yeah, let's just roll that in there.
That's going to miss.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I haven't rolled over a 5.
Arrow goes streaming by. You run in.
What damage does a scimitar do?
Scimitar does
it's not in the book.
D8 plus 1.
D8 plus 1. God dang.
Nice.
I like that.
Actually, I'm sorry. It's a D8. The plus 1 is from the character that's wielding it. So it's a D8.
Gotcha. Alrighty then. Yeah, I'll just run up behind one of them and try to knock him to the ground, I guess, while I hit him.
You could actually try and knock him off the cliff. They're close enough.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Sparta kick
go
him,
for 2.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Okay, so the D doesn't go off, but let's see if you hit him anyway.
Yeah.
That hits because flat-footed. He doesn't get his dex bonus, and 3 points of damage. It doesn't kill him, but it does hurt him. All right. So what I'm going to do here is we're just going to initiative just for the guys of us on the cliff. So the rest of you don't. Okay. So just Steve, Ugg, and my bandits up here. So let me refresh this and go ahead and you guys only roll. The rest of you guys are starting to oar out into the water. Jarlin, you don't see anyone else coming. It's been quiet for a bit now. They might be dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
God, there's my best roll.
Oh, son of a bitch.
No.
They go
Unbelievable.
first. Well, one of them is going to continue to man this arbalist. The other two are going to turn and attack you, Jake, your character. So scimitar, lip.
Oh, man.
Oh,
That's
wow.
it.
That
He's down.
hits. Okay. Are you 0 or below 0?
Below 0.
Below 0. Since you are down, there's not another, and you're further off, Steve. The other one just goes back to manning the arbalist. So that's their actions. What are you guys doing? Well, I know what Jake's doing. He's bleeding out. Steve, there's 3 guys up here. You're by yourself, but you're a good distance back with the bow and arrow.
If there's one of them that's not manning the arbalist,
Yes.
he's more dangerous to me than they are right now. So
Sure.
I'm shooting at him first.
Is your
you're getting
agility bonus going into that too?
Well, he's got that negative
horrible
4.
luck. Yeah.
Oh, right. You've got
Yep.
a negative 4.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Right. So you shoot, and that is what happens. So Steve, it's just going to be Steve and them initiating. So
Yeah, if he's like approaching me, I'm gonna keep moving backwards.
I got you. Yeah. So let's find out. So they go on a 10. They go on a 8, you go to 9
first.
Yes. So you want to shoot and back up?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good grief, this is just miserable. Actually, I'm gonna put a -2 on my to hit just to make sure it's offsetting my agility bonus.
You hit.
Nice.
Okay. That one was wounded. He goes down with the arrow in his throat as he clutches at it. Now, down below, it's been quiet. Jarlin, you hear nothing. Kurgan, you guys see nothing. Do you row out?
I mean, I'd hate to wait too long. Let's get caught.
We can Here's the thing: we can call out to them. We know there's more.
Yeah. What do you think? I'm as much as I hate to leave someone behind, the odds are of them being alive is awfully low. I say we start
And
paddling
we'll
before
see
we.
we'll see the shoreline. Maybe I'll keep watching behind us. If we see them run to the beach and wait for us to come back, then
Listen here, we're on a boat.
Okay.
Never thought I'd be on a boat.
Steve, roll your initiative.
It's in.
You did. Okay. They go first. Neither of them turn to see you. It looks like they picked up a target. They are both going to fire at the ship that is departing.
Are we still in kind of shallow waters?
It's a flat bottom boat, so I mean it is shallow, but the boat is fine. It's able to go out just fine. So the first one misses.
Okay.
Second one hits. Now here's the thing. So there's 1, 2, 3 of you on the boat, right?
Yeah.
No, 4 of you
Four
on the
of
boat.
us.
What's calling out like a big old jerk hole?
A very large bolt streaks out of the air and hits the side of your boat, shattering some of the paneling, misses all of you, but it's damaged your boat. Not at the waterline, but damaged your boat. And this is a siege weapon that's being shot at you.
is there like cliff face or something that we can go around to use
Sure. Yeah.
as cover?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then-
You want to row out and try to get some cover by the overhanging rocks, you can do that.
yeah.
Dan, it's up to you, Steve. You see them both fire off this arbalist. They're more interested in trying to keep people from leaving the island. So they're keeping an eye on you, but they're not going towards you. So what are you doing?
Boy, I mean, I might just keep taking pot shots because I can't afford to get close. I've only got 1 HP.
Sure.
Any damage is the end.
Go ahead.
Hey, Lich, thanks for that raid.
You hit. You kill one.
Hooray!
Right through the back, out through his chest, and he topples over. You guys in the boat see a figure fall off the cliff, already dead, limp in the air before he splashes down.
Steve may be a hero yet.
Cheering.
It's
Can we
it's obviously
see
a dummy.
Can we see what they're dressed like?
Much the same as the rest of the ones that you've seen, brightly
Okay.
colored.
So
Glowing.
not the white.
So not somebody.
No,
wearing
not your white. Yeah,
Not
not
the
the whites that
pillowcases.
you had. All right, here we go, Dan. Initiate. Just we're gonna do another round of just us here, and let's see what happens because this is here. Let me
Come on,
refresh.
Dan the man. Come on.
Oh,
Yes. Whoa.
Gotta believe.
I was gonna ask, does luck recover in this, or is it like permanently burned?
No, actually, luck does recover in this. At the beginning of each session, after our first session, you guys do a carousing roll. Like you have fun the night before, and if you do well on the roll, you get luck back.
Oh, cool.
Oh my gosh. How much luck can we recover?
Fair amount. So if you want to burn a bunch of luck to go first in the initiative, it might be worth it.
Oh, I'm already first in the initiative. I think
Okay.
I want to burn enough luck to make sure I kill this guy.
Okay. Well, it's up to you. You're first in the initiative. I'm going to tell you what he's doing. He's swiveling that arbalist around, and he's going to shoot you with a siege weapon.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no. How much luck? should I
Overkill
burn?
for one.
All but one.
Well, roll it first
Well,
because
we'll
you can spend the luck
definitely-
He
after.
did.
I
you
did.
Oh,
I
you
got
got
a
zero.
0.
Oh my
Minus
gosh.
2.
All right. Well, 10 point. You need a 10 to hit.
I assume I have to tell you how much luck I'm spending up front, right?
Yes.
Because I get a D3 for every point of luck I spend.
Oh, that's right.
If you do 4, you get a 12, I guess.
Maybe.
No,
D3
if I do
on
4, I
you.
probably get 4.
Just go for the 10, man.
I'm going to go ahead and dump 7 luck on it.
Oh, roll them.
I can't possibly roll that poorly. Almost.
Okay.
God dang.
Do it.
Call it like
So
that,
so
Dan.
close.
5 points of damage kills him.
4 ones.
Okay. So combat's over. There is a live character up here, so we can roll Jake's body. It's a luck check, Jake.
Oh boy. Dun, 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 dun. Hey!
You're live.
Nice.
Hey-o.
Holy
All right.
shit.
So as we're creeping around one of the cliff sides, do we look back and see another body? Roll
Yes,
off the
another
cliff?
body with an arrow right through the head falls off the cliff, dead already. The outstretched pose, it hits the water hard. And maybe a moment later, you see Steve looking out over the cliff to see you guys.
I'll wheel the boat back around to go get him.
So
All right.
anyways, we started looting.
Very good. So you guys are
So
on
anyway,
a small,
we started shooting. Bang, bang.
You guys are on a small private island, a hunting reserve for the wealthy, not too far away from the coast that the great city of Lankhmar is on. So we'll pick up the next game with you guys having entered town, healed from your wounds. So all of you guys that rolled your body and you had negative attributes, there'll be plenty of time for you to have healed. And we'll pick up the next time with you guys now more firmly a party.
Nice.
Loot wise,
And with some stolen goodies.
the silver and the gold goblets that was in the nice little picnic kit. You're going to start off your careers in Lankhmar with a whole 220 gold.
Nice.
That each
Oh,
are to
yeah.
be divided.
Total. That's total.
Total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Gold is, most things are not bought with gold. Gold is, gold will get you
Pretty
far.
good.
And did we
Okay.
find anything fun on our 3 victims at the top of the hill?
No, well, other than scimitars, more scimitars, more javelins. But they were, other than being fancily dressed, they were very careful not to have like insignia rings on them, nothing that would really give away who they are, no personal items on them.
I mean, if nothing else, those scimitars sound nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll stack them in the inventory. So scimitars and how many javelins?
Actually, all told, one of them had like a sack of javelins that he was using to hurl down. So all told, you've got 20 javelins.
Nice. I'll write that on my sheet and we can.
Mhm.
Did you
Yeah.
say earlier there were also some fine daggers?
Yes, they had daggers on their side. So you've got 6 silver daggers.
Fantastic. If
Ooh.
we should give the thieves some daggers. So Dan, you and I should take some daggers.
Yeah, I'm writing them on my sheet for now.
Yeah, we
I
can
did all
split
the
them
work
up.
for these daggers now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now these daggers,
Just a necklace of
they're
daggers.
they don't look like their intent was to be used as weapon. It's more like
Decorative.
cutlery for the rich.
Right.
It's silver. It wouldn't hold up to a lot of combat, but it is really sharp. But probably sharp once.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm,
It's
Probably
better
useful
than
against
the
a
no
vampire.
dagger I have now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. You guys
Oh, we
will
got
end
some
up
rope.
rowing towards the docks of Lankhmar and trying to figure out where the heck things went wrong and starting up your fortunes. You guys, any of your starting equipment that you might have gotten through things you don't have because you didn't find your stash of goods, which they actually did have on the island. So any of you had started the game with equipment, you don't have it. So your chicken's gone, Kurg.
Ah,
My ugly stick.
My badger belt. No.
my rolling pin.
Yeah. Jarlin, this actually poses a problem to you as your magic book wasn't recovered. So at the start of the next game, you will have gotten a new book to start over with. But did you do 2 random spells?
I did 2 random, yes.
Roll them again. The 2
Okay.
you choose, you can find people that will teach them to you, but you lost those other 2 spells, the 2 new random spells.
All right.
Yep. There we go. So, beginning of Lankhmar, we've had the meat adventure where the crew has gotten together, and hopefully from here on, you can decide how you're going to make yourselves wealthy and important in this new great city. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Chuck, you want
Yeah.
to sign us off?
yeah. Why don't we do some plugs real quick before we do that? Bert, what you got going this week?
Hey, on twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder, I think we're doing 2nd edition Gamma World this Sunday. I haven't confirmed with my players. If not, probably do something fun on the stream. Next Tuesday, 1st edition Dungeons and Dragons. Friday, BX Dungeons and Dragons. Over the holidays, over Christmas, I hope to run some Call of Cthulhu, maybe some For Blood and Coin, and a few other games to be announced. Check out the podcast at Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. Well over a decade worth of fun stuff there.
Very cool. And the rest of us here all repping Defenders of Kobold. You can swing by twitch.tv/Defenders of Kobold or the Defenders of Kobold. I don't even remember what our address. What is it, Dan?
I think it was Kobold Defenders.
No, that's our Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
The Defender. It's my username. Yeah, twitch.tv/Defenders of Kobold. Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central, Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Thursday, 9 p.m. Central, we're doing Watercolors and Warriors, our 5th Ed Ghibli campaign, where the crew are now owners of a bar. And, you know, dealing with all the shenanigans that come from that. And then next Saturday, or this coming Friday at 10 p.m. Central, we're doing some more Shadowrun using the Year Zero engine from Free League Publishing. And then I think Saturday, a week from now, we're doing Forbidden Lands and maybe The Darkest House. Who knows? It's a week away. But we'll be back for more of this Lankhmar session in 2 weeks. So, yeah, that's what we got. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bert, thanks for running. It was a blast. I should have set up.
Thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right.
Well,
we're
you're
signing-
setting up. Never mind.
Yeah, we're still live. So I was getting ready to say we're signing off. So catch everyone later. Goodbye.
Thanks, everybody.